An unknown author once wrote, "The difficulties of life are intended to make us better, not bitter." News Channel 18's Joe LePage shows us a man who says his heart has a new reason to beat after surviving a deadly heart attack.
It did very much, shake me down to the core.
Joel Robbins shouldn't be alive. He thinks about it every day. A little more than a year ago, Robbins, his wife Wendy, kids Isaac and Ashley were doing some work in the backyard of their Lafayette home when Robbins became out of breath and overheated. At the age of 44, he thought he was too young to have a heart attack, so he overlooked the classic symptoms. He went upstairs to take a shower and cool off.
While I was in the shower, I ended up getting a very, very excruciating pain in my chest. And it was, kind of the elephant on your chest syndrome, but as well it seemed like it was a strap being just tightened and tightened.
Robbins' arms went numb. He stumbled down the stairs to get help.
We had the Lord's Prayer above the stairway, above the landing, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, yeah, start praying, buddy.
Robbins was suffering from a widowmaker heart attack. His left main coronary artery was blocked.
When it gets blocked, it results in damage to a very large part of the left ventricle, and that often can be fatal, and hence the term widowmaker. Robbins ended up face down in the family room, his family watching him fight to breathe. Wendy Robbins called 911.
I still couldn't believe it, and it's still hard to believe.
The hardest part of the whole deal was being wheeled out on the stretcher, and seeing my kids and thinking, that was the last time I was going to see my family.
It was sad, and we made a poster for him when he came home that said, "Welcome home, Dad."
Robbins was wheeled into the ER at IU Health Arnett, clinging to life. He says he couldn't believe how much his life changed after leaving the hospital.
It caused me to reprioritize my work-life balance. That was, you can tend to get that skewed a little bit, and it just, every moment with them is more treasured now than what it was before.
Robbins says he eats better, cutting out salt from his diet almost entirely. No more Mountain Dews either. So far, he's dropped 54 pounds.
And I say dropped because I haven't lost him. I'm not looking for him.
Robbins says his life was spared so he could tell his story in the hopes of preventing future heart attacks for others. As traumatic as the experience was for both he and his family, he says he wouldn't change it for anything. Joe LePage, News Channel 18.
Robbins says his brush with death has led him to take an active role in the American Heart Association and the Start Heart Walk. Robbins will be a guest on News Channel 18 this morning at 6:25 Wednesday.